idea what that is.
I know she can't switch, I know you can't repair her, make her switch, convince her. I know none of you can stop it. Jace, I wish I had that. I'm not that afraid for Caitlyn, but the two of you fighting her. You're really going for killing your sister, both of you. It's so well done, and with the music, with everything. Ah, we have a bug in the matrix. You were taken inside? Oh, the art! How it's done on screen. Don't intervene, you have a foot for your kid. The kid, you know, if something is happening to the kid, no one here is gonna be okay with it. Oh, there's some look at that. Caitlyn? Caitlyn, you're not gonna hesitate, but maybe Vi is gonna hesitate. The middle one? Oh, she can't make any fuck anymore with this hand.
Come on. I'm ready. I'm glad it's you. Had to be you.
You're sincere with that. You're ready to die and by your hand. But you hesitated, and that kid. How can we stop that situation? Okay, you're still alive. The kid is still alive. The kid is still alive.
Get off me. Get away from her. Kate, move.
Firing even if Vi is in front. And Vi, you're stopping. Oh well, these two can never come back from that moment.
No.
Through that thing? Into the air, into what? Who is gonna have to clean all of that? I know it's not fun, but come on. I'm too stressed. I'm making awful jokes when I'm stressed. Yes, it's looking beautiful for these kids. Oh, she's never gonna forgive you that. Oh, she's gonna...
You shot me. I had the shot. That was a kid.
her revenge.
It's her blood in your veins. Then why are you the one acting like her?
Someone blinded by rage? Someone who hurt her. Physically and emotionally. Someone who is pushing her away, who is hurting her, who is not listening to her. Jay, c'est cool. Can we see that?
Laura, what's wrong?
Not sure. Laura? What the fuck was that?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yesterday I met with your guild merchant Amara. We spoke of rebuilding when two Zornite assassins fell upon us. I tried to save her, but the blade pierced her heart. Our families should not need fear an assassin's dagger in the night. It's time to end this. Your memorial is made a massacre.
Full power. You want full power,
No
you.
more. Wrath must be met with wrath. You must declare martial law. Appoint a general to lead until this threat is vanquished. A pillar of your community, whose house has always stood for progress, who may consider my experience and my entire detachment of Noxian soldiers at their disposal.
Caitlyn? No, not Caitlyn.
Of course, I could only be referring to Caitlyn Kiraman.
You know, for her family, it makes sense. She's gonna accept.
Vengeance for your son.
Caitlyn is gonna be general. Ah, was right. Like, knew it. I talked about the rat, someone closer than we think. I said that in fact it could be Mel's mother, you know, someone like that who would benefit for the other side to attack, to put chaos everywhere, to have full power at the end. I didn't have the full picture, but I suspected you for a reason.
Your mother will have justice. I swear it.
That's all of what she wants. Revenge. Another identity? No. When is it gonna end all of these hidden scenes? Oh fuck, this episode. I knew that this mission to get Jinx wouldn't end well. Not only because it's episode 3 of that season, so we're not gonna, finish Jinx character just right now. It can't be possible. But also because I felt the fact that going right there only Vi and Caitlyn, something wrong would happen. You know, just after Vi demanding to Caitlyn to go only the two of them, we know how guilty Caitlyn she felt about the first time when she could have shot Jinx and she didn't do it. So clearly just the two of them going, I was like, okay, something is gonna go wrong. And after that, Caitlyn is gonna blame Vi because of it, because she's not gonna be able to kill Jinx this time neither, so it's gonna be bad for their relationship. The fact that during the beginning of the episode we have Vi and Caitlyn sharing a kiss and all, like really everything was pushing me to think that the situation would go bad. But that bad in the sense that Caitlyn, okay, you managed to fight against Sevika, you're facing Jinx and Vi fighting, you managed to destroy one of her fingers, and after that we have Vi and Jinx, like the fact that these two, they fought against each other, it was awful to watch, it got me really emotional, because they were really going for it, we were feeling that just one bad move and that's it, it was the end of one of them. They were really going for it to kill each other. That was awful, and we had symbolic stuff with, for example, the drawing of both of them being little, being destroyed by them because they are fighting to kill each other, like the symbolic of that. But at the end, to have Vi that close to kill her sister and she hesitates to do it, and during that moment of hesitation, like, we don't know what would have happened if the kid wouldn't have intervened. Maybe Vi would have truly killed Jinx, and Jinx was ready to be killed, to die. We had stuff about it since a long time, about the fact that Jinx, she's feeling like she's already dead inside, she has no one, nothing, she's lost and she knows it, so for her to accept her death, to welcome her death like that, it's not so surprising. The fact that she would have loved to be killed by her sister and not by someone else, it's not a surprise, but it hurts so much to say it like that. So for sure, Vi hesitated, and for the kid to intervene during that moment, Isha, for that kid to intervene to save Jinx, it's so meaningful about that part of humanity that Jinx, she still has, and that's why she intervened to save that kid. The fact that she's not totally a villain, totally someone bad, she saved the kid, and that kid now is ready to be killed to save her. You know, the fact that the kid is saving her, it's like the last part of humanity inside of her saving her. Do you understand what I mean? The symbolic of it is really deep also. For Caitlyn to still want to go for it, to kill Jinx, even if there is that kid between them and it can be really bad, like you can hurt the kid. Oh, we are glad that she's good with her gun and she managed to shoot the kid's gun, but she could have killed the kid during that moment. And the kid still wants to protect Jinx, and Jinx, she's screaming about the fact that no, it's not supposed to happen like that. Like, she really planned to be killed right there. For Caitlyn to go no matter what, being ready to hurt Vi, but for Vi to stop her. Like, during that moment, I think that it's disturbing for Caitlyn to understand, are you doing that to protect the kid, or are you doing that to protect your sister once again? So that's why after that she's going mad, and for a good reason. But I understand why Vi did it, to protect the kid. I understand also what Vi is saying about the fact that if you were ready to do that, you're not better than her. Caitlyn, you're not better than Jinx if you were ready to do that. You're like her, blinded by rage, anger, your desire of revenge. And nothing and no one can stop you. Not even me, that you're supposed to love. Like, really, poor Vi, she has something with girls with blue hair who are supposed to love her unconditionally, and in fact these ones are deciding to prefer rage and anger and to go for it and to kill people around them. Oh, at the end, for Caitlyn to be chosen to be the general, it's not that much a surprise because of what she represents for that society, her family and all, and also her character to have her involved. They need her, they know that a lot of persons are going to follow her. The fact also that she lost her mother who was into the council, it's logical. I was right about the rat situation. Someone who was closer to them, closer than what they thought, someone that close that they wouldn't suspect, and someone in fact who helped the other side, not because they are with the other side, but because they needed more chaos and they needed a justification to act after that in a rough way, to go with the martial law and all, to take the full power. I knew it. Fucking knew it. Jace, Echo, like what happened to them? I understood where they went, I understood what they were supposed to visit, I understood that it turned bad, but I didn't understand what it is. Really, right there at the end, they're seeing a rune, but for me it's not a rune, it's something else, and I didn't understand what happened when they touched it. I think the same than Echo about the fact that that thing is going into the air, the water, and because of that it's touching, consuming, I don't know how to say it, everything into the city. What happened to you guys? That moment, that musical moment with these two scenes put together in parallel and all, that was so great. That thing about opening each episode with a music, finishing each episode with a music, again, it's totally logical that this show is doing it because League of Legends with music, they are used to make a lot of music clips to talk about one character, and also it's not that much of a surprise. But if it's always like that, even if the art is good, the music is good, the moment is good, if it's always like that, it's gonna be a little music, you know, that we're gonna get used to here. In fact, we're gonna wait for it, it's not gonna be a surprise anymore, and in fact, it's not gonna be as good as it could be if it was not that often. Do you understand what I mean? If you're doing that, you know, at the beginning of one episode, at the end of another, at the middle of one, you know, it could be interesting, surprising. When is it gonna appear? How is it gonna look like? But if we have 2 moments like that for each episode and each time, beginning, end, it's not as interesting, as surprising, as cool. I hope that they're not going to do that for the entire season. Oh, the drawings, you know, the graphics, they are so great. I'm sorry, like during these 3 first episodes, I couldn't help myself, but when I was seeing good pictures, something, you know, really well done on screen for the lights, for really the positions of each character, for also the details on their faces and all, to feel the textures of their hair, of their skin, or of their clothes, I couldn't help myself but mention it. I need to calm myself about it because I think that it's gonna get a little annoying for you and for me also if I'm doing that for all of the rest of the season. Okay, that's it. It was for the return of the show, and then I will calm myself. I can't promise that I'm never gonna say something about how great this show is looking on screen. You know, for the rest of the season. I can't promise it, but I'm gonna try. Not as much, at least. Okay, that was cool. These 3 first episodes were cool. Really, the 2 first episodes, the consequences of the end of the season 1, and this episode is a real deal to tell us, okay, this season, in fact, it's about that. It's about Caitlyn being the general after you know, breaking up, I don't know how to say it, with Vi, because Vi protected again Jinx, or at least hesitated again to kill her. Jinx, what happened with the kid protecting her, maybe it's gonna have an importance. Jace, Echo, all of that situation, you know. And for sure Victor also, what Victor is doing. That episode was the true introduction to what we're gonna deal with during this season. So cool. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, for this return of Arcane, and I will see you next week for the 3 next episodes. Again, remember that each time on my Patreon you're gonna have 1 day of advance for these reaction videos. You have two options. With the level 2 you have a longer reaction part than the one that I'm posting on YouTube. With the level 3 you have the full reaction part, all of my reactions and thoughts to the entire episode, and it's the best way to support me, my Patreon. That's why I'm working hard to give you these advantages to thank you for the support that you can give me right there. Okay, it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.